So, day two. Day two in the beautiful UCD with this lovely lake. Today as well, something has blossomed. I have a feeling it might be the beautiful lilacs, but unfortunately it's ended up with me being a little bit snotty, so I apologise if these videos sound a little bit bugged up. But it's day two and we're off to have some fun. All very exciting because I got my first sticker and I am on team green. We're doing quite well actually.
Okay, first of all, thank you. That was literally like the sweetest series of things that anyone's ever said about me ever.
So we just had the keynote at my show booth, which was amazing. Far too much for me to kind of take in right now. I've been teaching information literacy for a year and only just really started to learn about the theories behind it. But I agree with everything she said about open access. I agree with most things she said, to be honest, especially about looking at your critical reflection and being in the room and being more confident in your teaching and, you know, walking the walk. I also really liked how she talked about the ACR framework and how that was informed by critical pedagogy, because that's kind of what I've been thinking all along, and I've heard loads of people say, oh, we should, you know, get rid of it or whatever, and I've just been kind of going, well, is it? So it's nice to have like my kind of feelings confirmed. But yeah, really good. I'm kind of exhausted, to be honest. It's a lot of information to take in, but excellent keynote all around.
Helps them to realize their capability for connecting to ideas and identifying their own information needs. Librarians can evolve from point and click.
It's lunchtime. Here we have what I believe is known officially as a cardigan of librarians gathered around the watering hole. And fortunately my background in waitressing enables me to have both tea and keg and film the lovely posters. Rude 823, which I saw on Twitter and love. So this afternoon I'm going to the Legadofen,
Host Rosie Jones, and we're going to be hosting the very first Lilac Legadathon. I just noticed half of the Lilac committee are here, so unfortunately I have to be on best behaviour this afternoon, so not happy about that at all. But okay, let me give you a bit of background.
Green one, which is a multimedia resource. Okay. So there is on the card, there's a reference, and then they have to choose if the reference is good or not. If they want to keep it, yeah, and then they use the QR code to tell them who got.
You get 2 points. You move 2 points along the degree track.
And they've got 2 points, so they get the little dude who needs 2 points.
I'm using the PowerPoint just quicker than trying to wait for the QR code.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we have multimedia.
Multimedia, okay, what's up?
And we have James Hansen. Why must I speak about climate change? Who's James Hansen?
Don't know.
Don't know who he is.
No.
We're going to say no.
We're going to say no.
We don't know who this guy is. Don't know if he's authoritative or not.
Oh, that was
Yay! And we've got.
I'm afraid he's a top climatologist.
There we go.
We should have watched the YouTube video before we made a snap decision there. Oh well. Never
The
mind.
idea is that you would then read the website, of course, and get sort of more feedback about your choices. And
Your information source in front of you, your cards and your dice, and your assignment title in blue at the top there. Basically what you do is you roll the dice, pick up the card that relates to the letter on the dice, read the question on the back, and evaluate your information source against that question. If you can answer positively and keep the card, you put it in front of you, and you're trying to spell out crap, exclamation mark. If you can't keep the card, put it in a separate discard pile. If you roll an X, choose one of the cards that you've won to put back as well. And I think that's pretty much it.
Right, okay, this is an idea I have because I used to work in a school, and one of the problems with schools is that they quite often have never written an extended piece of work before. They just don't understand the effort and the emotional journey that of writing an essay involves. So I came up with the idea of a jigsaw, and I started off by making foam cutting out pieces and doing those, but that was too crafty and too difficult. So I got some made. So what I'm going to do is we are going to do the jigsaw. Are you going to be able to film and go through? But it's about that testing. Now what I think is quite interesting is that a lot of people, for instance, you've gone for the framework. Here we've gone for quite a bit of the body of the essay. What I'll do is I'll call time before it finishes, and then we look at how much of the essay is completed, and we say, well, you don't have to hand it in perfect, you are going to have to let it go at some point. So it gets people used to the fact that maybe you let it go before it's completed. The other thing is,
so it's a game aimed at students and researchers and academics and people who are interested in how you get access to information, how knowledge flows around the system, and how you make impact when you do research. It's a game that you play in teams.
These are my workplaces, leaflets, and following me everywhere I go.
So students would work through a set of induction materials in their own time, rather than reading them each other. So I've got all my early prototype stuff together, and I brought it with me. But unfortunately, it's locked away. However, I found this clue with it.
We have to shine a yelling light into a dark space. That's why I took out that.
Yeah. So
does anyone have a light?
What does that tell you? You've just got the clue.
We need a torch.
They did this. So you've got the torch. I'll tell you, I'll give you a hint just to make sure you finish on time. In that everything you need is on that first card for the first clue. Is that? Hey, well done. You've got it in it. So the good news is that you've got to the end. So you've got a little treat each, either a chocolate treat or a little treat. So if you want to help yourselves to one of them each.
Hello, so that's the end of day 2. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to everybody who came up to me today and said, your video is great, la la la, or shared it on the internet, or was watching it in their office, or what have you. This is just a really good example of why more people need to do YouTube videos and vlogs about libraries. They're incredibly popular with students, they work, they're easy to do. It doesn't matter if you look like an idiot on the internet, you're going to look like an idiot on the internet no matter what you do, so you know, go for it. I'm going to, again, just like I did yesterday, quickly run through my day, my things that I got out of it most, and my kind of take-homes for the day, and also some thoughts and feelings that I've had as the conference has gone on. First of all, if I look absolutely shattered, it's because I am. Today, again, was very, very long. And it started off with a really passionate and involved and exciting keynote from Shah Booth. I've never actually heard of Shah before, and this made me feel like an idiot because now I really, really want to look up everything they've ever done. The book sounds fantastic. The blogs they've done on imposter syndrome, which I can sometimes relate to and sometimes feel that I'm giving a label onto something that isn't actually that big a feeling in my head, but that's another video waiting to happen. I agreed with so much she said, and I found her talk really inspiring. I found myself writing down a lot of things to look up later, including a lot of theorists that I should read more of. I've read quite a lot of bell hooks and I've read Freire. Again, I thought that was Frere. Mispronunciation. But John Dewey, no, not read anything by him, so I will be looking that up. And peer observation, a lot of people on Twitter have been talking about peer observation as a good way of raising confidence. Yes, I would agree. I've been peer observed before. I have never peer observed myself, but I hope to in the future. But I've been peer observed and found it a very useful process that made me very confident about my own teaching practice. I've also found herself as a speaker incredibly enthusiastic, and I thought her presentation slides were just so inspirational, using images, using fonts, just the way that the slides run together. I just thought that was brilliant, and I'd love to know how she put those those together and what process you went to do that. So yeah, loved it. We had a brilliant parallel session by Pam Kissinger on really reflective reading and critical reading and making the students think about how they read and what they do. After that, I had the great pleasure of attending now I do not know, and some people, about 1,000 people have said this word to me and I don't know how you say it, but the Lager thing, the thing with the thing, brilliant, loved it. Such a good idea. 6 different ideas, 6 different games in the same room, so you go through around each table. It's like speed meeting, speed networking, whatever. So you're going around each table and you're finding out about their prototype for their game or their whatever. Earlier on in the video, I filmed quite a lot of that, so you can kind of get a taste for how that worked. I thought it was a fantastic idea for a conference, very reminiscent of a Teach Meet, but a really good way of making people like explore how they approach their teaching and how they use games. Some of the games that were just such good. I'm going to steal so much from those people, and also so yeah, that was my conference today. Again, very tired, very long day. It really did get me thinking an awful lot about various things, including but not limited to the information privilege and privilege in general. Using different words for things. So I'm not a qualified teacher and yet I do teach, and so there's been a lot of words today that have been used, like different pedagogies and learning theories and stuff that I am aware of a bit, but as not as aware as I want to be. And I think that comes down to what Shah was saying this morning about this idea of anxiety being lowered by when you have more insight. And I think if you think you know a lot more about stuff, then you have a lot less anxiety. I certainly am not on the insight level of the wheel yet, so that's something that I really definitely need to go home and think more about. I really do want to get a teaching qualification quite badly now. Also, and this is something that might jar with people, there is such an unrepresented load of voices within information literacy. HE is really prevalent at Lilac. I used to work for FE, and when I worked in FE, they could afford to send me here for one day, and now I'm here for the whole conference, and it means my experience is a lot richer for it, I believe. I've met a lot more people, and I've been able to go to a lot more sessions and experience a lot more different things. I am now going to get ready for the evening do, which I'm very much looking forward to, the conference dinner. Try and probably sleep for half an hour, maybe enjoy my prize from this morning of a teeny tiny book about James Joyce. I've got my tea brewing, I have my cream egg. So yeah, thank you to the Lilac Committee and to everyone involved with today. Very enjoyable day, last day tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you later.